Hey YouTube family. Today I was gonna go ahead and start some lettuce and spinach and some kale. We're gonna put this in my green stalk planter. Like I said before in a previous video, I got a green stalk last year. Jess off of Roots and Refuge she did a code for a green stalk, so I used her code because I watch her videos like crazy, and so I got a green stalk. I got one of the leaf pockets. It's the smaller pockets, so it is 7 tiers and each tier has 6 pockets. So I thought I would do like my little greenery garden in my green stalk planter this year. So in previous videos I had showed you, and we had talked about how to mix up your seed starting mixture. Again, I use Jiffy organic seed starting mix, and I put this mosquito bites, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about this mosquito bites and show you here. It controls fungus, gnat, larva, any type of insect larva basically that might be in your seed starting mix, because once again, you know, it says it's organic, and we all know, you know, a lot of times the larva will be in your potting mix, your seed starter, or something like that. Now you can run hot boiling water through this, and that would sterilize it. Also would kill any larva of any kind of bugs in it. But since we're going to be moving this inside and outside and inside and outside to get our plants acclimated to the weather outside, because you know they're all warm and cozy in your house or wherever you're starting them at, look, the perfect idea would be to have a greenhouse. But since we're starting indoors, I'm going to start most of my plants. See if you'll swing around. We'll be over here in the dining room at the moment. These are the trays of onions that we started in a previous video. Nothing's germinated. It's only been a couple of days. And I got this rack here from Lowe's Hardware. You can, it's a folding rack, so like, you know, it collapses and folds together. So these levels hang on the wood here, so I just did some zip ties just to sturdy it up a little bit. I mean, it's a sturdy shelf in itself, but for my security, I just wanted to do a little bit of extra security in case it got bumped. It wouldn't collapse on itself or one of my trays fall. These are the brassicas that we started in a previous video. They haven't germinated yet either, but like I said, it's only been 2 days. So this is going to be my seed starting area for until the weather outside gets up to 30 degrees. I'm going to swing by you here. So that's a lovely shot of our dining room area. It's all decorated up for Valentine's Day right now. All right, so with the seed starting mix, you know, we did it in the sink, and you take your seed starter, you want to mix it to where it is not wringing wet, but it will hold together. So see, if you pinch it, it holds together, but you know, it's not wringing wet. And I know somebody's gonna laugh because I said in the previous video that yes, I was a gardener, but I don't like my hands getting dirty. It's just a thing. I gotta wash my hands. Alrighty. So this is going to be a Grand Rapids. It says the tip burn resistant. So I'm going to start this. Each one of these, I'm going to drop a few of these seeds in. Most of your salads are going to be at a 1/4 inch depth. So you'll put it in here and you'll press it down to a 1/4 inch. Okay. Chard, on the other hand, says 3/4 inch. So you would drop your seed in and you would push it down to 3/4 inch. So basically on this little stick here, I got these at Lowe's, are plant identifiers. But if you're using your finger, most of the time 1/4 inch is your first knuckle, and then 1/3 inch is in between your first and second knuckle. So that's kind of how you can judge. Or if you would like, you can be really precise and use a little sentence ruler and push it down. But the gist of it is, you know, you want to put it in the soil, cover it with soil, and then keep it well watered. You don't want it where water's standing in it. You just want to keep it moist, keep it well watered. Most of the time in these trays, I love these trays because I don't like to spray a whole lot. One, if you're in the house and you're using the sprayer or whatever, you're more apt to have spillage or spray something you shouldn't spray. You can disperse your seeds throughout, and you know, if you put them in the middle, you want them in the middle. So bottom water is the best way. So that way the dirt will pull it up from the bottom. And then one thing, when you do bottom water, you're going to notice, you know, hey, in a couple of days, you know, just keep an eye on your dirt. If your dirt feels, or your seed starting mixture doesn't feel damp and it starts looking a little brown, then yeah, you need to put some water. And you know, it's not a huge deal, but you need to keep an eye on it. You don't want them to dry out, and you definitely don't want to overwater, because if you overwater, then in most cases it's gonna that's what causes seedlings to die, is overwatering. All right, so I'm going to open this pack of seeds here. There's one that was already at the top. Lettuce seeds are really, really fragile. They're really tiny. That's why I said when, if you'll see, well, I didn't even pick it up. See, there's one lettuce seed. So that one lettuce seed is going to grow me a bunch of lettuce. But I'm going to put a few of these in here. And I know they're black seeds and you can't really see them. So basically what I'm going to do is have a cut and come again type style in my green stalk with my lettuce seeds and my chard and spinach. Now you can, some of these I have head lettuces, you can, you know, let them grow out to become a whole head. But even with romaine lettuce, that you can have it as a cut and come again type as well. You take the outer leaves and the middle just keeps growing up. So as you can see, I'm going to just take and just sprinkle just a few seeds on top. All right. So I don't know if you can tell or not, but see, like here's a few seeds. I just sprinkled them around a little bit on the top. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press these down. And then I'm just going to move some more dirt over on top of it. So, and then we'll press that down. So basically you want good contact with the soil. You want a moist soil. And then make sure that you put your plant identifier. Now, normally, all lettuces, like I said, if you read your packs, most of your lettuce is going to be that 1/4 of an inch. And a lot of gardeners will take their lettuce and just push it into the dirt on top. Because most lettuces and most gardeners will tell you that lettuce needs light to germinate. Some of these packs say, you know, to put them in 1/4 of an inch. Most of the lettuce seeds say 1/4 of an inch, but it's always a good practice to make sure you read the back of your pack for your instructions and go by those instructions. So I'm going to finish planting up my my tray of seeds here. I just wanted to come on real quick and do a quick little video about, you know, how to plant some lettuce seeds. And spinach, like I said, spinach, it says on spinach to do 1/2 of an inch. You see here, so you'll take your spinach seeds. These are a little bit bigger than the lettuce seeds. Lettuce seeds are really tiny, and you can put a lot of lettuce seeds in and not realize it. So that's why it's best to open a corner of the pack, and then shake them out of the pack. Sometimes you take and you put the seeds in your hand, you'll wind up dropping them and you won't notice it because, you know, they're really, really tiny. Alright, so spinach seeds, if I can get this one out of the pack here. This is a spinach seed. That's one spinach seed, and this is the Grand Noble spinach. So if you'll see that, that's one spinach, I'm sorry, seed. So we're going to take and we're going to stick this right here. And where it says on our pack, it says to plant in a depth of 1/2 inch, and it should germinate within 10 to 15 days. Make sure you keep your soil moist. Not saturated, but moist. And if you were to, in any of that time, see that your soil was turning brown on the top layer, remember to add a little bit of water. Add it to the bottom. So, and this also says seed spacing 2 inches apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one seed on one side of the cup and put it down 1/2 inch. And cover it up. And I'm going to take this other spinach seed and put it on the other side of the cup and put it down 1/2 inch and cover it up. And then we're going to mark it. I think I got the wrong one in there, didn't I? Yes, I did. I put a lettuce seed in there. There we go. Spinach. So this is my romaine lettuce marker. But that's the gist of how to plant your lettuce, your spinaches. And then chard is also on my list to do. Now this says 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to take and we're going to do, this pack is open because I tried to grow these last year, and like I said, they didn't do anything throughout the year, but right now I've got the biggest head or biggest section of chard out here in my flower garden. My flower bed, because I threw the dirt that was in. Now see how big these are? See these clusters? These are seeds for chard. And see the difference in your leafy green? And most of the time, the old timers will tell you, well, however big your seed is, you know, you need to put it a certain amount in the dirt, which is true. So this says it should be, you know, that's a whole lot bigger seed, so it goes down to 1/4 of an inch. So we're going to plant it down in there a little further. And I'm only going to put one chard seed in here at the moment, and then within, you know, the germination time, which is 7 to 10 days. If it doesn't germinate, then I'll just replant another one in there. So this is chard Fort Hook Giant. So if you will, sissy, I'm going to walk right out here and we're going to show them this this chard that I thought was going to, not going to work last year. Excuse me. This is my enclosed back porch I was talking about, where I wanted to, I'm going to set my seeds up, and there's my little tractor where I do my harvesting on. And there is all of our garden boots. So this is my outside area. This is Autumn's flower garden here. She usually mostly plants this up. As you can tell, we didn't put our garden to bed, so this is all marigold seeds. Do you see all of these seed heads here? This is all marigold seeds. If you open that up, it's marigold seeds. But this is the chard that I didn't think was going to do anything, and so now it's just growing like crazy over winter. And this is a volunteer tomato plant that just popped up. So this is my green stalk that I'm talking about planting up with all of that lettuce and all of that spinach. All right, guys. I didn't plan on doing an outside walkthrough today, but you know, we was talking about the chard, and so I just wanted to take in and show you where it had grew up. as far as, you know, seed starting, it is kind of, you know, repetitive. You know, mix your soil mixture, you know, plant your seeds at this depth, plant your seeds at that depth, you know, and you have to do these videos and take them on as, you know, this is my journey, and I hope to inspire someone else to become a new gardener or try to start their garden from seeds. It saves you a whole lot of money, and instead of going and buying starts at the big box store, uh, you know, this pack of seeds here for this chard, and it's got, you know, anywhere from 10 to 15 seeds in it. This pack of seeds was $1.58, you know, and you can do chard as a cut and come again also. So when the leaves come out, you can cut it and it keeps growing and keeps growing and keeps growing. But now a start like this in a big box store would be anywhere from $3 to $4 for one. You have, you know, the potential of the seeds in this pack to grow anywhere from 10 to 15 and just keep cutting and cutting and cutting. So that's why it's more cost effective to start your garden from seed. Sometimes, you know, and most gardeners will tell you this, yes, I started from seed, it didn't germinate, something happened, I forgot and left them out, or, you know, windstorm came when I was at work and blew my tray over. You know, I'm supposed to put them outside and plant a couple of weeks. You know, what am I going to do? Yes, we all have went and started hunting for, you know, those transplants at the big box store because something happened to our seedlings. But most of the time, it is very, very cost effective to start from seed. So thanks for watching today, guys. Thank you for coming home with me. Y'all have a good day.